Hey everyone, I thought I'd just pop on quickly today to talk about a topic which involves kind of the whole spiritual guru and spiritual teacher slash leader of, a sort of spiritual organization, whether it's religious or whatever you want to call it. I think it's quite interesting because it was just the other week that I believe Netflix released the documentary on Bikram Choudhury, who, if you're not aware of, he was the founder of Bikram Yoga. Um, Really, really big over in the States. It's, that typical hot yoga sort of thing. But I think in the last couple of years, lots of allegations have kind of come out in terms of his sexual abuse, like lots of sexual allegations have come out there. And I think earlier this year, I understand that there was a teacher, Reggie something, from Dharma Ocean in the Buddhist teachings, who also had, sexual abuse allegations against him. And then even if you think about it, in the Catholic Church, we've had the whole Cardinal George Pell over here in Australia around pedophilia. And I think even in another Buddhist tradition, there was some Rinpoche who also had all of these allegations come out to them. And then it takes you back to even thinking about Osho all those years ago and what happened over in the US. And, I think at the end of the day, it's kind of like a lot of this sort of stuff is coming out now, that the people that we in some ways would put on a pedestal because of the teaching that they have, they're beginning to crack, and a lot of the holes in perhaps their way of living are coming to light as well. And so I know with some of you who follow or have certain gurus, I guess from my perspective, the thing I'd just like to say is always stick to what you believe your truth is. Don't just necessarily follow someone. I'm kind of guilty of that myself when it comes to learning about new concepts. When I'm with a teacher, there's part of me that's in a lot of awe of them because they know so much about this topic. And sometimes that being in awe of someone who knows more than you do can lead you to, be blind is probably a very blunt and harsh way of saying it, but it can distort the truth from you. It can take your power away from you, essentially, from discerning and determining what is right or what is wrong, sort of thing. And so I thought with all of these, Netflix shows and all that kind of stuff coming out, it's really an important reminder to all of us that we actually determine what we believe. And all of us have the qualities of being a leader. We're not followers, right? And just remember, just because someone says something doesn't necessarily mean that it's true for you. And if they do something which is completely, against your own ethics and your own morals, then do not be afraid to stand up and speak, and do not be afraid to turn around and walk away, because you don't deserve to be treated like that. And it's just, I feel that the more this is kind of coming out to light now, on a collective level, because a lot of the stuff that's been going on in the background per se, the time is right for it to come out, to be exposed, to be seen, and then to be healed as well. And obviously the Me Too movement is pretty big and still is pretty big. But the same thing goes in terms of things like, the recognition of climate change and all that sort of stuff too. But that'll be a subject of another video. So, I just want to caution you to be careful. And, when you're listening to the teacher, if it feels true for you, then so be it. It is true for you. And however, also go into it with your eyes wide open. So there's always that, observing, discerning, and then deciding what is best for you. So that's all I wanted to say. And may you have a great day. See ya.